What up, you guys? Slim here at Team Purple Panda. Back with the second video of the day. I decided to do this video separate. I just uploaded a video about what it takes to form a dual team and what people should buy to stay on their A game. Those were sent to me as requests, as is this video. But I decided to do this video separate because this is a topic that, as a player in this game for many years, this topic really just pisses me off, and it's all about scammers. If you're a scammer, I hope to God you're watching this, and just remember, that you shouldn't even be playing this game. So let's get into this real quick. So first things first, shout out to Team Diversity S. You guys have been really cool. They've been sending me messages in the inbox. Giving me ideas to get more subs, and a lot of support. And they were telling me something about where they got scammed out of a deck by doing the trading online, and like I can't stand that. I think it's probably one of the lowest things that a person who plays this game can do. People know me. I'm not one to do trade binders. There's a big reason for that. I don't believe in really trading online. I feel if we're gonna do a trade or something, let's do it face to face. Everybody knows me. I'm gonna show my face. It's real. That's how we do things here. But for the scammers who say, "Oh, come get stuff from me," "Oh, I'm one of the best traders, best sellers, blah 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 blah." Let's work it out. They make you think you're their friend, and then they screw you out of money, screw you out of cars, and then they'll delete their account, and you won't be able to find them, and you won't be able to do anything. It's when stuff like that happens that I really just I question why some people stay in this game or even play this game to begin with. So let's see. Let's get into this real quick with like an idea. All right. So let's say I'm selling warning. Say I'm trading for it. Say, all right, I value it. I don't know what, $70. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Say I'll take a first ed. Why the hell not a secret duality? Since duality is dropping in price every day. All right. Say that we're cool. Let's do this thing. Maybe you're in Texas, or hell, maybe you're in Philly. Let's go with that. Maybe you're in Philadelphia. All right. So Philly is going to send me Pot of Duality, and I'm going to send them Solemn Warning. Alright, so my policy would be you send first. You came onto my channel, you saw what I was doing, you saw the rules, and you were like, alright, cool, dude. I'll send you the Pot of Duality in a couple days. You send me the warning. Alright, cool. So what people do is, I'd wait a couple days, get my duality in the mail, be all happy with it and everything, make sure it's in mint condition, check everything out. Make a video, make a call, text, I don't know, and just say, hey, dude, it's all good. I got the Pot of Duality. I'm gonna send out your warning. Alright, cool. He wastes a couple days and he ain't gotten anything. And he's like, huh, this is weird. So, he goes to try to get it back on my channel, and what do you know? The account's gone. Now, a lot of scammers are known to do this. They'll tell you all this shit. They'll tell you they got the stuff, or they got the stuff because it's been long enough. Then they'll just drop you completely. You won't get your trades. You won't get what you bargained for, and it'll be really sad. Because personally, I would hate to send something as valuable as a warning to someone in exchange for something else and not get back what is properly mine through the trade that we agreed on. And honestly, like, if you're gonna do this, like, honestly, be a man, have a pair, and like, like, own up to something. If you weren't down to trade, why'd you do this? Or if you're a scammer, what the fuck you doing on here? Like, what's honestly, what's your problem? Like, why are you wasting my time and a lot of people's time, money, energy to do all this when you're not even playing your role right? So when it breaks down, if you're gonna be a card scammer, what, dude, like, grow up. Like, honestly, like, this is pathetic, and you should honestly just quit, because you don't belong in this game. You're poison to this game. You're poison to players, and it's like, God, like, don't you got anything better to do? I mean, you know, you take advantage of people, especially little kids. You take advantage of people's trustworthiness, and it's like then you just stab people in the back, or you just drop off the earth like you never existed. You just walk away all happy, thinking, "Oh, I scammed you, ha 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 ha." And it's like, dude, at the end of the day, you ain't got shit. Like, you ain't got you're like ballless, and it's like, I have no respect for you, and any scammers, I have no respect for you. I think that it's one of the lowest things you can do in this game. It's not fair, and it's people who do trade binders, and it's like, a lot of you are good, a lot of you, I know, honor your trades and stuff. There's trade proof, but then there's scammers everywhere. But you scam someone out of something as valuable as a deck, or just anything that they send to you, And it's like, I mean, I don't even know, like, honestly, like, I can't tell you like what's going through my head right now, just like thinking about it. It's like, you know you have nothing better to do but to fuck people over, and it's like, dude, honestly, like, karma's a bitch, and like, you'll get yours eventually. But I mean, in the meantime, what's someone supposed to do who doesn't do these things, who is honest, sends the stuff, and then you fuck them over? It's like, wow, like, good job, dude. I'm clap for you. You can scam people, and it's like, dude, you're ballless, you're scum, and you are poison to this game. So scammers beware. I don't give a damn who you are. You're full of shit for thinking that you can pull this anymore. And you scam people. I know. I mean, you know what? It's bullshit. Like, luckily, a lot of my people haven't been scammed. But when you're starting to scam people that help me out, it's like, dude, like, honestly, like, I don't know, roll up and face yourself. Like, look in the mirror and say, what am I doing? Like, honestly, because, I can't stand to hear it. I don't like getting messages and people telling me, oh, dude, I just got scammed, because it's like, wow, like, for every good player out there, there's a couple scammers, and it's like, it's ridiculous. So those are my honest thoughts on scammers. I have no respect for them. I don't hate them. I don't hate nobody, but I have no respect for you. I think you're poison to this game. So if you're gonna continue to scam, you know what? Have fun with your life, because there's a lot of us, including myself, who are onto your bullshit, and we don't fuck with it. So it's like, you want to trade with me, dude? Like, come at me face to face. I want to see you. So that's how I roll, and that's what I honestly think. Shout out again to you, Team Diversity. Yes, I am so sorry that that happened, and I hope that you're able to clear things up or get back what you lost. But you guys, I can't say enough about this. I'm not making a long video about this, because I mean, I really don't want to get into it, because I've said all I really needed to say. But as scammers, just quit, because you're poison to this game. So for scammers out there, you know what? Man up and grow a pair, and do shit for real. Don't be a scammer. Don't be lame. Like, honestly, that's the lowest. That's the lowest of the low. So that's all I gotta say, you guys. Please be careful. All my Yugi tubers and everybody that I know personally, please be careful when dealing online with people through these channels, because sometimes they're full of shit. So that's it. That's all I gotta say. This was video number 2. That's all I'm gonna do for today. I'm always looking for new ideas, you guys. Send them into the inbox, leave them in the comments. Subscribe, thumbs up. We're almost at 200. I'm really pushing it. And I know everyone's wondering, oh, it's only 200, but you know what? That's 200 more than someone who doesn't have a channel has. So, we're just trying to get the message out there. And that's it. That's all Slim's got to say. So, scammers, you know what? Grow up or just quit. You're poison to the game. And I really hope not to hear about this anymore. So I got to say, you guys, everyone have a good day, and thank you for watching.